Hey, what's up, fellas? Kind of an interesting way to come back, but I'm coming back. I wanted to get my thoughts out here, like real quick. Planning on doing a longer video later tonight when I have more time to focus. Right now, I've got other stuff I got to do. Long and short versions. Is that I got a lot of thoughts on Broly. I actually just got back from seeing that. And I want to try to cover everything, but I don't have time to do that now. Short version. A few things of note that I really want to talk about. First and foremost, I don't ever, and I do mean ever, want to hear anyone say that Toriyama doesn't know what he's doing again. That he doesn't have any kind of cohesion, that he's just been retconning left and right and not keeping track of what he's doing. None of that. Because every single thing that people said this movie was going to do to continuity, every single thing that people kept insisting that he was about to screw up with this movie, every one of them, right down to people kept insisting that Goku was born at the same time as Vegeta now, and Bardock wasn't going to be facing Frieza down and all that stuff, and it's like. We got minus basically, and we got it a little bit more fleshed out with a little more detail, but we also got them incorporating the fact that Bardock did face Frieza in the manga, which, like I said, minus never erased that. So, because there was some time that passed between when they sent out Goku and when Frieza finally nuked the planet. This weird idea that Bardock somehow does not face Frieza in minus, I have no idea where that ever came from. Now, I mean, the people kept insisting that was going to be ruined, the ages were going to get messed up. And sure enough, Raditz, knowing that Goku was sent to Earth, covered just exactly the way I said it was going to be. Like, they know Frieza's listening on the scouter, so they just say that Goku got sent in a pod. And you know what? They're not going to bother looking for a baby with a battle power like that. The ones that seemed to interest Frieza the most were the ones that had the high battle power. And he didn't care. That much he didn't care. So, whatever. I think it's also kind of interesting how they actually kind of cover why it was that even though Goku was supposed to be like 15, 16 years old when he fought King Piccolo, he was still like so small. That to me was actually kind of funny to see them hint at. Basically, he was just naturally small, and they assumed that he was probably going to be pretty small and frail, which is funny. My apologies for anyone getting motion sickness with this camera move. I'm trying to hold it in my hand at the moment. I keep it as steady as I can, but I shake a little bit, so I'm sorry. Plus, when I get animated. Anyway, I do think that it's still kind of bogus that I just want to get this out of the way. This is like really my one big complaint with the movie. I do think it's kind of bogus that we still don't get any kind of explanation for how Vegeta has the Red God form. Simply because getting a hold of God Ki and like attaining it, training with Whis, I can understand. Getting Blue that way, I can understand. Everything about the form and the way it was explained, though, and that why they had to do a ritual in the first place to get it. The fact that they just kind of hand-waved that with Vegeta did that all by himself. That's it's another Make-A-Wish form. Let's be real. It's just one of those things where, like, ever since Goku got Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta didn't, even when Vegeta also got Super Saiyan 4 and GT, to appease people. Ever since then, people threw a fit. It's why they gave it to him in the games. So basically, about the only way that they managed to appease people with Ultra Instinct, too, is they had to give Vegeta, once again, his own form that he just kind of pulls out of his rear. So that trend continues, which is hilarious because then his fanboys are going to insist that Goku, once again, is literally handed everything while Vegeta has to work for it because he unlocked that himself. It's like, no, because that doesn't jive with the thing. They handed it to him off screen. But whatever. That's like my only real complaint, and it's a small one. It's a small one. At this point, I've come to expect Vegeta getting his handouts, just because the fanboys will make everyone's life a living hell if they don't get that. So it's one of the reasons Vegeta's the worst character in this series. At any rate, let's see here. What else? I liked the animation for the most part. There are a couple of places where I know that a lot of people like how it's more action oriented and everything, and it flows. I don't think it flows sometimes. I really don't. There's sometimes where they almost go Michael Bay to your shaky cam, where it's like I started having a hard time understanding what was going on, and it's more like they're just like fluctuating and fluctuating to kind of create the illusion of movement, and then it's like the background starts to move, and it's like, okay, now they're moving. So what were they doing? Just having a seizure? Especially with Broly, and it's like, I get it, he's wild, he's untamed, but you can do that without something that darn near evokes motion sickness. But for the most part, it was great. Broly having a personality is something. It's something, I'll tell you. And again, this is why I said I don't ever want to hear anyone say that man does not know what he's doing, because he took a character that had nothing to him. Nothing. No personality. Nada. And he actually turned him into a character. He actually turned him into a pretty good character. I actually really like Broly in this movie. He's interesting. There are things they can do with him in the future. That being said, everyone that I kept hearing saying that basically this movie confirms Broly's stronger than Jiren, Broly's stronger than Merge Zamasu, etc., you're full of it, and I never want to hear that again, because no way. With they pretty much confirmed that Gogeta is like same level as Vegito, and just the sheer fact. Sorry about that. Anyway, oh gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Oh well, I'll cover it again later. Anyway. It's interesting seeing Broly with personality anyway. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Never want to hear that again. Gogeta and Vegito supposedly basically on par with each other according to the material they put out for Gogeta when they were teasing him and everything in the jump bags and everything. That being said, the no effort whooping that he put down on Broly near the end of that movie. I mean, it's not really a spoiler at this point, is it? It's yeah, no, they are nowhere. You know, he's nowhere near Merge Zamasu. He's not even on Jiren's level. Insanely powerful though. You know, that's not to downplay his power. I mean, honestly, the Jiren and Merge Zamasu or something where they couldn't take them down either. So it's not, he's way up there in terms of power. The only thing that I find interesting about that though is how his power works. Oh yeah, shout out to comicbook.com for being stupid enough to basically say that was Super Saiyan 4 somehow. Great work, guys. Yeah, so that's something that I plan on fully addressing. But yeah, it was a good movie. It was. I liked the new characters. I liked the fact that they were actually given some presence and not just, put there for the sake of filling space. I absolutely love Gina now. Oh God, just wow, love her. And on top of that, just the way even some of the minor Saiyans like get a little fleshed out. Getting to see the Saiyan history to a point, and a little bit of how their culture worked depicted on screen. Like we saw it in like some of the panels in Minus, which, ooh, that was horrible, but whatever. I don't know, man. It was nice. And that gives me a lot to talk about too. So I will probably be doing that in the future. I have a lot of fodder for videos and posts and the like. So that'll be a thing that happens more often when I can find the time. That's my biggest issue is time. And privacy and quiet and everything else. I used to, have my own room, could shut myself in that, but I don't have that luxury at the moment. But yeah, it was a good movie. I don't really know what else to say for right now. I mean, I'm already 10 minutes long, and this is the short version, so I'm probably gonna cut it off here. But yeah, I got a lot to talk about, so expect to hear more about this soon. See ya.